Ciao everyone. I made this video if you want to learn more about olive oil in general. I'm no expert. I know what I like and what I use personally. I have an olive oil I'd like to cook with, and one for dipping and another couple for salads. But I'm making this olive oil tutorial for you as told by Italian producers and exporters. Now this video is in no particular order. I'm just kind of throwing it up here. It's very limited editing. It's just kind of organically happened as I go on my buying trips for Coco's Italian Market. So if you want to see, what I've been up to and how I've learned about olive oil, this is exactly what I've done. I'll introduce you to Giacchino. He helps me with the exporting to the United States. You'll see Marta, she's wearing the blue. And they are organic olive oil producers in Puglia. And there's Sylvia, and they have 70 acres of olive trees. They're near Matera. All of these oils are available at Coco's Italian Market, so either stop by here in Nashville, Tennessee, or you can call us. The number's on the bottom. You can order online at italianmarket.biz and just click on our shopping site. Or better yet, if you want to join us, we do visit these couple of the producers of olive oil when we do our trips to Italy. Coco's does have a tour company. And I personally go on the tours with you. If you want to see the shorter videos, they're in our feed, so just, click for that. But again, this is the long version, and here you go.
Olive oil you should store either under nitrogen, so making sure that the empty space between the top of the oil and the top of the tank where you store tank or bottle, in this case we are talking about tank, is an empty space. You fill up with nitrogen, so you seal the quality and you stop any kind of holding, aging process on the oil. Nitrogen doesn't affect the quality, just fill up the empty space, instead be air that could oxidize the product. Is like a kind of vacuum system, so basically the top of the tank attach, that is used also for wine, attach the level of the oil, then they pump air, so they kind of seal again to prevent any effect from their contact with the oil that over time can oxidize the product. Tin looks like is the best way to bottle the oil. Glass is fancy, is heavy, and on the end also if it's a dark bottle, it's dark but it's not totally sealed in lights from the oil. So the tin to me is ideal, is lighter. Olive trees in general, and also you should understand the concept of why eventually one oil could be more expensive than another, is that here in the past they were just leaving the trees growing. So you can see like a huge olive trees. Often, as I mentioned, you should prune in a way that you can reach the branches from the outside and, just get the olive out. For be able really to collect the olive, pick the olive from their trees, like 90% of their property, they have like big trees. So they have a tractor with a kind of brusher that brush the branches. So that means, yes, you have the nets on the bottom. So it's not just the people working there. There is also fuel, like gasoline or whatever, the tractor, and there are really more expenses to harvest from older and bigger trees than regular trees. You can have older trees pruned in a way that are lower, but this one, when they started to kind of prune down, they were so old, so no way that they can really harvest the olive from the bottom. Delicate are olives, so worse than an apple, ferment immediately. So never suck. What they do, they put the nets under the trees, they collect the olive, they load on those small case, and it's plastic, so and there are holes, so then kind of can breathe. When they come, they bring it to the mill, then they load on the bigger one, to be able to check the weight, they want to check what is the yield. So how much oil they get from a certain amount of olives, right? Then they load the olive here from the big case. The olive goes up, and each part of the process can adjust the speed, so they can adjust how much olive they want, because all the system need to be set up. As soon as it is set up, and depends on how green are the olive, if they are, if it's too dry, whatever. So they need to adjust all the system. As soon as it's on, will go on for the entire day or even 24 hours. Here there is a vacuum system, like they take all the leaves out, rocks, everything. Then olives goes down here, and again here there is another, you can reduce,
Adjust.
adjust the quantity of olive that you want in the process. Then the olives goes up, here they are very clean, so take a bath and then a shower. Then I go inside where the olive get crushed through hammer, or in this case hammers, and then blend the paste and then go to the centrifuge.
We dry the pomace, and what we have is this kind of things that is you can burn. And there are some machines.
And it smells?
No, you burn it to make it
Burn it to make heat?
Like, yeah.
Pellets, like a pellet
There are stove,
fireplace.
not stove.
Special.
There are like certain things that you can heat up
Stove.
and keep warm in your house.
A special fireplace that has a mechanical and slowly drops the pellets.
Or, a kind of a pellets.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
this one, or through a chemical process, you can get pomace oil.
Here we put a small steel container, small because first we do an analysis and panel test. So when we are sure that the quality is a certain level, we collect all the small container in a bigger. And then we wait, the oil separate naturally in months. So the novello is what comes from directly from the frantoio, from the mill. We can sell until December, wonderful product. But after January, no, because the part that in fact usually in the bottom of the bottle you can find a kind of sediment that are not good for the quality of the oil. So you need to use right away. Otherwise the sediment can destroy the antioxidant.
I suggest just quickly take a look because here on these posters you can see the different variety. Some of them, there are more than 700, so then you can see like the shape of the tree, the shape of the olive and the leaves and branches. And then in section, you can see how much is the pit, and the shape of the leaves.
Yeah,
So that's kind of interesting.
that is.
Look how big is the pit inside, not really pulp. So, of course, from this product to this product, how much from the same amount of olive, you make like a huge difference.
If the defects is not too big, maybe it could be a virgin oil. If there are big defects, is a lamp oil. So this means that the lamp oil you have to send to industrial. They refined, they take out all the defect with the chemicals, of course, with the acidity, and they mix with the 1% of extra virgin olive oil, and this became for the law olive oil. So olive oil is an industrial product, same as seeds oil. Extra virgin and virgin are the oil that come from the mill, is a kind of juice, olive juice. So if the oil is perfect, close to perfect, because the law in this case helps to match the big industry, the big companies, because if the oil has a 5.5, so it's no 6, they give them another point to be 6.5 and became extra virgin. But of course, a good oil minimum should have a 7, 7.5, 8 in a panel test to be an extra virgin high quality. So the fruitiness is the first positive quality that we try to recognize in an oil. So fruitiness means that you have to find something alive, something that reminds you of fruit or vegetables. This is very important. Of course, you have to be trained many times to understand, to recognize. What I do here in the company usually, I like to have people try to teach them to recognize an high quality oil from an extra virgin that they can buy in a supermarket that has not the same quality. Just a little bit air. So the other step is bitterness and pungency. These are the antioxidants that stimulate your vagus nerve. It's terrible. I know. What happened? See that in
In the front?
It's terrible. Here, the fruitiness that you can recognize are wild chicories, almond,
Yes.
artichoke. This means that there are bitterness and pungency are polyphenol. This year we did a study with a university, and they discovered in our oil 700 milligrams per kilo of polyphenol. The law say that 200 milligrams means that the oil is a nutraceutical, so means it's like a medicine. Because clean the blood from the cholesterol and other many other.
So now you understand when I say irrigate. Makes sense?
There is a kind of training that they teach you how to recognize, and there could be many defects. For example, if the olives stay too much time before go in the mill, so no more of 24 hours.
So you harvest in the morning and then you process in the afternoon.
It's very important. When you take out the olives from the trees, start the fermentation. When you arrive at the small boxes in the mill and you put your hand in a box, you understand immediately how warm is inside, so the fermentation. If you keep there the olives for 24 hours, 48, 3 days, 1 week, all this fermentation continue and give a particular. After you taste, it disappear. So it's clean. Nothing too
Not bad,
grassy,
not bad.
nothing too This an extra virgin from supermarket. This is from Spain, for sure. I don't know, but for sure it's from Spain. It's a typical arbequina smell.
You know, it tastes like it's for popcorn, butter for popcorn.
In Spain, what they do is they take care too much about the quantity. Because there are many wonderful companies in Spain, as in Tunisia, everywhere. Because sometimes people ask me, what is the best extra virgin olive oil? The Tuscany, Puglia, Sicily, South Africa, or when you produce in the best way extra virgin olive oil, you can have the best extra virgin olive oil. So don't.
It's the producer.
Italy, of course, we are lucky because we are a kind of peninsula in the Mediterranean. We have certain varieties of olives, really good. But I tasted the oil from Morocco, from Tunisia, from Spain, from every part in the world, and if they do in the right way, it's great, excellent. Of course, they have these industrial small trees, small like this. Thousand and thousand in the same hectares where I have 100 trees, they have thousands. They harvest in one day what I harvest in 2 months. So, of course, the economy is totally different. That's why I say I don't produce olive oil. I'm a guardian of olive tree and this land. Because, of course, many people say, oh, we have to cut all these old trees and we do something like Spain, they produce more, they make more money, they have less cost. I don't want to be in competition with this kind of economy. This is a new economy, it's okay for them, but the impact on the environment, there were in Italy a certain period that they want to cut for the disease that is going on. They want to obligate us to use chemicals. We said no, or you give me an organic product, exactly, or nothing.
Right.
Because my trees, they have their own defense. We will help them to survive, we hope. We try now an homeopathic method. We hope that works. Because also chemicals, they don't have any evidence that
they work.
No. So why I have to poison my soil, my trees, if you are not sure that I can save them?
Every region in Italy, the oil is totally different because we have different different varieties, different field, different temperature, different wind. If you stay near the sea or if you stay only in here, is completely different.
So be careful when you put on your palate, because then you get, and often people start coughing because and it means it's good, so don't feel bad.
Okay, ciao.
Yeah, and
Sono stata